What's going on, guys? It's your friend Jack here, and today we're going to be talking about putting dividend stocks in your tax-free savings account or your TFSA. So if you want to know more about that and hear all about it, then stay tuned and let's get right into the video. Just before we get into this video, if you have any questions or you're confused what a tax-free savings account is, there will be a video linked down in the description or on screen that you can click to learn more and just figure out the basics of tax-free savings accounts. So the article we're going to actually be looking at to get some more information, get some more insight on the reasons I'm going to be explaining in this video, why dividends might not be the best investment for your tax-free savings account, and why it might not matter too much if you do put dividends in there. So we're going to look at this article, we're going to analyze it a bit, and we're going to talk about, where you should be with your TFSA and what you should do about dividend stocks in your portfolio or not having them inside your TFSA. So the section of the article we're going to be looking at is blue chip stocks and dividend paying stocks are not necessarily the best TFSA investments. And the reason for that is, as I mentioned right here, is that Canadian taxpayers who hold Canadian dividend stocks get a special bonus. Their dividends are eligible for a dividend tax credit inside of Canada. So the reason you wouldn't put dividend stocks inside your tax-free savings account is because you could use that room, if you have the amount of money to put in there, that extra room that wouldn't be dividends, you could use in other types of stocks that aren't tax deductible credits. Meaning you put it in there in your tax-free savings account because anything you gain on that account is tax-free. However, if you put in your dividend stocks, they're also tax-free. But let's say you had, a contribution limit of $20,000 in your tax-free savings account, and you had it filled up with just, $15,000 of an index fund and $5,000 in specific dividend stocks. This $5,000 extra dollars that is in dividend stocks, the money made on that is not taxed. However, if you had the money to contribute into the index fund, you could put it over there, 20,000, 15,000 plus the 5,000, and you could be not taxed on the whole 20,000 still. But you take your dividends out of your, tax-free savings account and you put them in a normal investment account, a non-registered investment account, a personal account, and they are going to be taxed at a much, much less lower rate than anything else in your normal portfolio because they will qualify for the dividend tax credit if they're Canadian eligible dividend payments. So in the case that you have enough money to max out your contributions for a tax-free savings account, the answer to the question if you should have dividend stocks in there is most likely no. If you're going to hold dividend stocks, then I would hold them outside the tax-free savings account. Unless you can't meet your contribution room anyways, then it's not going to hurt you to, put the extra money or use that extra contribution room to fill up your limits with dividend stocks, because if you don't have enough money to contribute to it anyways, you might as well be taxed zero than being taxed a reduced rate on your dividend payments. And that's really the scenario that I'm in personally. I have not maxed out my TFSA, so I am holding dividend paying stocks inside of it for now. But once I have the ability to max out my tax-free savings account, I would take those dividend paying stocks, those high dividend paying stocks, take them out and put them in my personal account, and then max out my tax-free savings account with more higher tax deductible rates of stocks. So things like an index fund, which wouldn't be really taxed on my capital gains or my growth being in my TFSA, where if it was in my personal account, it would be taxed quite heavily compared to the dividend payments that I'm getting from the stocks in my personal account. So I hope I explained that well enough for you to understand it. If you guys have any questions of which stocks I'm holding inside my tax-free savings account right now, just let me know. Or if you want to know some lower risk investments that you can use for your tax-free savings account in 2021, then let me know. If you have any questions whatsoever, I will try to answer them down in the description, or maybe I'll make a video on it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found this helpful, and keep earning, keep learning. It's been your friend Jack. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.